When you start looking into franchises, you should take a look at what people that are doing this in this franchise particularly, what's their day like, what's the good and the bad, and help you make a decision that way. So I would talk to the network of franchisees that you have. It's an important decision that you're making, so it's important to take a look at that.
Before you make any decisions of what business to go into it, or if you already know that you want to be in franchising and then are deciding on one concept to take, I would say that validation calls are a must, right? You have to be able to talk to other franchisees so you can understand how the day-to-day operation is going to be and you see yourself doing that thing. It's also very important to understand what is the first year going to look like, what the second year is going to look like, and what the third year is going to look like, and then the fifth year and 10th year. Because this is not something that you want to just have a very short-term expectation about it, right? When I see people struggling, it's typically when they don't manage the expectations or they're not well capitalized to be able to make decisions that are good for the business for the long term.
First of all, buy your second truck sooner, because I waited until the summer of 2022 to buy it, and I ended up turning down business because I couldn't pick enough up. Number two is you have to be willing to get your hands dirty. You need to be able to jump in there sometimes. You also need to be able to comfortably talk with a customer. Sometimes when you're dealing with high-level corporate people, they want to talk to the owner of a small business because they know you're a small business. So you've got to be comfortable with face-to-face interaction as well as roll with the punches. And one of the big changes for me leaving corporate America was I knew what I was doing every day for the next 3 to 6 months. It was on my calendar, it was in Outlook. I knew my weekly meetings, I knew where I had to be, I knew my schedule. I don't know what tomorrow's gonna bring. In fact, I don't know what this afternoon's gonna bring. We roll with the punches. You're constantly dealing with new changes to even a project that you bid and you get, and it's a big job and you're cleaning out a whole office space, everything's great, and then the client goes, oh, by the way, we've got a storage unit in the basement. Can you go empty that too? And you get there and it's got, a 500-pound piece of metal. And how do you move that? Well, you got to figure out a way. And that's what we do.